Okay, time now is 10:47 a.m. on September 2nd. Um, oh, my hair. I slept from uh 4:20 a.m., 4:30 till 10:45, and I think I woke up like twice or something. I don't know. It's not that bad of a sleep though. It, uh, but I woke up like 3 times in the middle. What I do appreciate is that I don't have to wake up super early because today I am going to a film set. Um, yeah, today I'm going to a film set. Today I'm going to, in summer. It's probably gonna be the only day. Oh, it's fucking crazy. I just had a dream where I'm on that set. Um, yeah, I'm going to in summer. Today might be the only day I'm showing up, but one day is good enough. I lucked out. I lucked out by asking Jing Chen, you know, to see you know, if we're free, if he needs help. Uh, yeah. And then that's it. I didn't watch The Piano, the film that I planned to watch last night. I didn't. I did draw though, which is very satisfying. I should continue to draw every single day. I should develop a habit of enjoying drawing and then draw every single day. Um, yeah, and tonight I'm definitely gonna need to sleep earlier. But the yeah, I'm still planning to film a YouTube video and watch The Piano tonight. Um, so hopefully I have time to do that shit. But from tomorrow onwards, I will not do a YouTube video. I think I'm just gonna take a break from YouTube until September 6th or 7th. I'm gonna do a live, I think. And then um on the 7th, on the 8th, I'll do a late spring review, and then I'll do an announcement talking about my birthday and YouTube and my plans. So, in to simplify it, I'm gonna take a break from YouTube. Uh, yeah, so that I could have a little bit more time, just a little bit, and then I'll also tone down the movie watching, I guess. Yeah. So hopefully I have more time to do my own things. I also need to go to the gym. I asked Glenn when is he free to go to the gym, but he's not answered again. Also, still have no idea what to do about the whole Blu-ray thing. I think it's likely that I'm not getting it, but I think it's likely that today I'm gonna buy the $40, the $40 Happy Together, and I think I'm not gonna do campaign fundraising for film festivals for my short film because it's too late. Um, yeah. I'll ask Ariel about it first, though. Um, and yeah, excited for today. Really excited. last night at 1 a.m. I finally got a call sheet, like an updated call sheet, sent out by Katie herself, the second AD, and also a transportation plan, which is really well organized. It's like a little Google spreadsheet, a little Excel explaining the transportation plan. And it says I'm gonna be in Mitchell's car with like 3 other people or 4. The art team is suddenly bigger because they need way more help on the art team, and suddenly there are like 3 more people in the art team. One of them, I believe, is the other Jamie, whom I've seen twice before in my life. But yeah, now the art team is bigger, and now more strangers shall appear. Mitch and Sid, they're gonna show up. So, Mitchell. So, yesterday I was DMing him, and he's like, nah, I'm not gonna show up tomorrow. And then in the call sheet, he's in it now, so I guess he will. Not only that, I think he's gonna be driving us. And this morning, I finally got the text saying, let's meet at the McCarthy Dining Hall gate at 1:15. So, great. We have a date and time. We have a time and place. So, I guess everything kind of works out. Yeah. Okay, udon peanut salad thing. How do I even eat this? The fuck?
Calling you back. Bye.
See ya. Yikes, okay. I was with Jing Chen on a set last year, and he was the BTS photographer.
So for now, they need well, if you put chairs in there, it's fine, but I need like, the actual bed itself. Okay. Because it's like part of the structure. Okay. What? They can't.
Like here.
Not that bump.
We don't see it. Okay. There's no ribbon, so it's more like.
You want big or small?
Orange. Sorry.
Orange?
I would be I am looking. Yep.
Can someone come over here and
Yes, it's so helpful, right?
So we were told never to, not necessarily describe the emotion that is being felt, but to telegraph it.
Tyler, if I go here.
So Tyler, you're gonna walk back, is that correct?
Yeah, back and forth.
Alright.
Tyler, if I go to
So, stay here.
Should I go? Okay. Stay behind.
The fish is pretty tight.
Speeding.
sound.
Mikhail. Hold. False take. Just let me do it. We had a false take.
Alright.
Do you mean it?
Speeding.
False state, yeah. Alright. Okay. Gonna go for a take. Camera.
Speeding.
Sound.
Speed.
Slate.
Scene 3, Charlie. Take 1. Mark.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, settle.
Okay, anytime now. Okay, let me see. Oh.
so then I can leave while they're shooting the scene, come back hopefully.
Wait, you want to dump everything in one place?
Wait, where else am I gonna put it? You want me to keep that shit?
Give it to John. John wants to you want me to hold? Yeah.
Isn't it creepy the noises coming out of the kitchen? It's so scary. It sounds like
What is
so much
in
shit
there?
as a film, you know? Horror film, just like in the kitchen.
On 3 and action.
Holy shit, there's no one at the video village?
We'll do one rehearsal, and then we'll go for it.
So we're gonna put out cables on one side. Let's make sure we save everything before we take off, unplug anything. Okay. And when you unplug anything, do not kneel down.
I have an idea. This, if possible, can we squeeze that in? Yeah. Squeeze it in here. Squeeze like this big one in.
Alright, time now is 12:07 after midnight. Oh my god, I did not expect myself to be this tired right now, but I almost fell asleep on my own chair just now. So let's talk about today. Wow, what a interesting day. So as expected, today has become the most interesting day of round 5 so far, and it's only been what, 12, 13 days since I've been back, and I'm already involved in such a huge production. So yeah, today woke up, filmed a review very quickly, and then I received a text saying that I need to go to the entrance of the McCarthy Dining Hall gate at 1:15 p.m. I'm honestly not too sure where that is. Turns out that's in the village. So I'm like, okay, I know where the village is. So at around 12:50, I finished up Ralph's chicken salad and the salad, the udon salad bowl thing, the udon peanut butter bowl thing, which is not bad, but it's weird that they're mixing noodles, just dry noodles, with salad together and then with this peanut sauce. And they call it udon noodles, but it's actually not udon. That's actually just regular rice noodles, regular Japanese rice noodles. Basically soba. That's soba noodles. That's not udon. Okay. But yeah, I had it, and then I realized, oh shit, I'm late. So I quickly filled up my water bottle, grabbed my gloves, and rushed over, walked all the way to the to the USC village. And at 1:12 p.m. I arrived, and Mitchell just arrived. When I arrived, Mitchell's just arrived. His car showed up, and I got into his car, and I'm not late at all, so that's crazy. So I sat in his car in the shotgun seat, and other people proceeded to join. Jamie, the Chinese American girl, joined. I've seen her like twice before, but today I got to speak to her way more, and the first couple of times I saw her, she was still like shy and we didn't talk much, but today we definitely conversed way more. And then the other person who joined later was actually this Malaysian woman by the name of Ren, who is a script writing major, MFA. That's interesting. Yeah, I was low-key expecting way more people, but when I got onto Mitchell's car, he proceeded to have like 10 phone calls within 5 minutes, and people constantly texted him and voice messaged him, and it's so crazy. So, first of all, tons of people that I wanted to meet because I saw their name on the call sheet, and by tons I mean like 4 or 5 people, they're all gone. So this other set dresser, her name is Emma, she's not going to show up. This other Emma, who is in the e-board leadership team of APCA, the girl who is really good at animating and drawing, I thought she would show up because she's in the APCA Instagram stories, but she's not showing up. Then Colin, this guy who was in Cam's Fest and starred in Matt's short film, I actually really wanted to meet him because he seems like a very interesting, not edgy, but like interesting alt guy. So I'm like, well, I gotta meet him now. And I didn't know he's Asian. I guess I suspected it, but I've always thought that he's just a white dude. Especially because his last name is a kind of a white last name, I guess. I don't even know. He called in and he was like, yeah, I'm sick. And another person, Sid, who was the grip for No Particular Night and is friends with Mitchell, close friends. Sid just woke up and called Mitchell and said, hey, I'm sick. So tons of people turn out to be sick. And so a couple people that I really or low-key expected to meet did not show up today. So right off the bat, it's already kind of chaotic. So there's that. So we were brainstorming who else should we bring on set for the grip. So Mitchell actually called Rocky, the guy from Foshan, Guangdong, one of the few people in USC film production who can speak Cantonese. He didn't pick up, and I jokingly said, oh, he's probably on another set right now. He called back saying that he's free, but he's not gonna come to set today because he has other stuff to do anyways. I went to my group chat full of old community college friends, Cliff Gang group chat, and I set out. I typed, oh, anyone's interested in gripping today? Because our grip just dropped out, and Ariel's like, no, emails only. And by that, I guess it means like personal invitation only, and she's not low enough to take jobs just because a friend DM'd her about it or put it in a group chat. And then both Victor and Lauren were like, yeah, if you have said it sooner, then maybe we would have been interested. So nobody from the community college joined, but it was worth a try. Mitchell also mentioned to me that he meant E. And I know by that he met Elin. I'm more used to calling Elin. And oh, Mitchell is not. Mitchell's DMing me right now. But yeah, it's crazy how small the world is that Mitchell and Sid got to meet Elin and worlds collide. It's not like a USC short film, it's some other outside short film, but it's kind of crazy that eventually we will have mutual friends and will coincide. Mitchell knows tons of grips from Chapman University and knows a couple guys from UCLA, and he was just listing off people's names, and I'm like, man, I have no idea who those people are. So anyways, we went to Santa Monica. Oof. It's actually kind of crazy that 3 days in a row I went to Sawtell, Culver City, and Santa Monica. 3 days in a row. But yeah, we went to set, and we're all early. There were already a few people there, including Cameron, this guy whom I worked with once because he was DPing for Rohan's short film, but we weren't that close, but he's there. And then John, Kim. I will never call him John. It's like too common of a name. Even John Kim is common. But yeah, this super cool, very cold-blooded guy. Cold-blooded, very calm and collected, very chill guy who showed up one day on no particular night. So we waited and waited and waited under the shade, and then finally, slowly but surely, the producers started showing up. It's kind of hilarious that we are the ones that are the earliest. So we entered the house, and the house, the place we're filming, is actually like a fake house. I mean, it's a real house, but it's meant for filming, and there's no AC, and it was so fucking hot. I was already sweating because I walked all the way to the USC Village, so I was already sweating. And okay, I need to sit down. I'm so tired. Fuck me. I was already sweating, and then yeah, so immediately after Jingchen arrived, it's moving time. But yeah, everyone showed up. Everyone else showed up. So Jake, whom I've met before, mutual friends with Equo, he's here, and he's like, "Yo, Enoch, what's up?" Katie's here. So Katie, the Korean American girl, whom I've met twice. I thought she forgot about me because when she showed up, she looks like she's dead inside. She looks like this, just like she's just like ready to die. And I understand that. You know, being a producer is stressful. Thank God I'm not like a producer. But yeah, she was like, "Hi, I'm Jamie." So not Jamie, Katie, and I'm like, okay, yeah, she probably had forgotten about me, but that's okay. But turns out she didn't. A little bit later after lunch, I talked to her, and she was like, "You're Cam's, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we've met before." And she's like, "Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember you. I know we've met." And I'm like, "Oh," because I had a haircut and some people didn't recognize me. So that's cool. She said, "Yeah, you're the guy whose short film is inspired by Ingrid Bergman." And I'm like, Ingmar Bergman. But yeah. And then eventually Jingchen showed up, and right after he showed up with his car completely jam-packed with props, well, the game is on, I guess. So I put on my gloves and we started moving things into the house. So Ren, this Malaysian woman, this is her first set ever. It's interesting to see a lot of like first timers. Like, I consider myself an amateur, but then sometimes I get onto set and there are so many other people who are just not that experienced. Suddenly I feel like a veteran, you know? Even though I very much am not. So we started moving in props, and oh my god, there's so many props. Boxes, lamps. There's this TV that's very annoying. There's old boxy TV that they found that I very much wanted from my short film, The World Is Not Enough, but I couldn't find it, obviously. And then there's that one, and then when we put everything into the living room, we have to start flying things out. So we cleared a corner, and me and Jingchen had to move a bed there. And I was worried that that means we'll have to move the bed frame, because that's basically impossible to move unless we demolish it and then reassemble it. Thank God we didn't. We just moved the mattress, but that's still such a pain. But you know what's a pain? The marble table. Who the fuck thought that a marble table is a good idea on a film set? A film set involves a lot of moving around. So everything's made of the lightest material possible. You know, wood. Maybe even polystyrene or like styrofoam or something. Plastic. But there's a marble table and it's so heavy. I and another guy moved it and I was dying. I was like literally, it was so heavy. I was scared my arms would break. And then we had to move another set piece in, but we couldn't move it in because the doorway is too small. So Jingchen's like, you know what? We should move the marble table back in to the living room. So me, Jingchen, Katie was helping out, and another person. We moved the marble table back in, and I was like dying. And Jingchen was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay." And he's like, "You don't sound okay." But I was okay. I'm just dramatic. Sometimes I look worse than I actually am, you know. Like when I'm sleep deprived, I look really bad, but I don't feel as bad. I still feel bad, but not that bad. So yeah, we spent some time dressing up the room, an hour, sort of this very cramped room, a lot of racks and shelves and dolls and discs, and there's a mini table there, the marble table, and there's like a bunch of like teapots and teacups, and it's actually not bad, not a bad set. It feels lived in. I also like the motif of flowers. There's a lot of flowery patterns. The wallpaper, well, not wallpaper, the wall paint is kind of greenish yellow, and then the lighting from the outside is also very tungsten, CTO, so the whole set already feels very yellowish. In post, they could make it even more yellowish, so it's honestly not bad. But yeah, lots of moving pieces, lots of paintings. This clothing rack, baskets and trash bins, this silk curtain that is in front of a doorway that Jingjin has to nail it. A lot of stuff, but right after that, I basically spent the rest of today just chilling outside. There are definitely many multiple moments where I have to be on set to move tables, move things around, and stuff like that. But overall, it was mostly just me chilling at the crafty table. The crafty was mid. Like, I know it's standard crafty. It's Welch's fruit gummies and chips and water bottles. It's like the bare minimum. There's not even like Starbucks coffee. But like, I don't know, I've been onto sets where the crafty is so, I don't know, experimental and daring and interesting. There were a couple moments where Jingchen gets a little heated, and no, this is the important stuff. That's not important. Let's focus on the important stuff first. And he said that to director Grace, who is way smaller than I thought she would be. She's so small. She's even smaller than the producers and like other people. She's like tiny. And I can tell she's not the most confident. I feel like, again, like I'm still an amateur, but I've directed enough to know that when you're on set as a director, you need to have a commanding aura, and you need to be like very firm, and people need to look up to you. So she just doesn't really have that. But yeah, anyways, I digress. I tried to like get into conversations with other people. Like, I tried talking to Cameron a little more. Apparently over summer he went to Hong Kong for 2 months to intern, so both of us were actually in Hong Kong at the same time. That's interesting. And he wanted to take a railway to Shenzhen, but there were some weird police issues. But yeah. There was a weird moment today where me and this actress who's playing the mom character and the Malaysian woman Ren and Jing Chen a little bit talked about like our past and like Malaysian culture, and I talk about Hong Kong culture. I'm so tired. lunch happened at around 6 something p.m., maybe 7, which is really late. And we had Mexican food, and it's pretty good. But yeah, I wish I had something to drink that with. Like Coca-Cola. This is why I had to grab a Coca-Cola after I returned home. So sweaty. The first half, sweat was dripping down my hair. But the breeze sort of hits me in the second half. Yeah, it's, who else? Okay, there we go. I'm so tired. Katie. Didn't speak to her a lot, but I feel like, she's really... She's not an ABG, you know? She's not an Asian baby girl. She's not like the, oh my god. She's very commanding, but at the same time she's like sociable and like she trolls around. Not trolls around, but like she's also fun. Oh yeah, also right after lunch, North was like, Enoch. And I turned around and North was like, oh, by the way, Leslie's coming tomorrow. First of all, hearing the name Leslie being uttered by someone from USC is just too fucked up. It's just like, oh my god, please don't. But North is like, oh, Leslie's coming to USC tomorrow for 484. And I'm like, what is 484? It's like some other thesis film thing. Leslie's coming to USC to talk to some DP. And I'm like, okay, cool. And North was like, you know, you can meet Leslie. And I'm like, okay, sure. And then I just didn't follow up with that. I did ask her, like, where did you meet Leslie? And they met last semester on some TV class. Not interested to see her, man. I don't know if Leslie had told North or anyone else anything about me, but either way, I'm not interested in seeing her ever again. I'm done with her. She's done with me as I'm done with her. So yeah. Yeah, we took some time striking the set. That took a while. I also took a mirror back home, actually. I took I took a big mirror back home. Because, like, so many props were up for grabs, so you can just take it. So someone took a pillow, someone took a potted plant, Katie took a potted plant. The Malaysian woman took a pillow. And I'm like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna get the mirror, because I don't have a mirror in my room. If I wanna have a mirror, I go to the bathroom, which is good enough, but like, I don't know. And it's good prop, like I can use it on my own film set or something. So I brought a mirror back for some freaking reason. Yeah, and then I got to talk to the director a little bit. I thought I would never be able to talk to her, but I got to talk to her, and she's so soft. She's too soft for a director. Like, it's good that she was complimenting everyone, but she kept saying, oh, this set is perfect. Like, she didn't really give anything too, like, critical. But I talked to her. I was like, hey, you know, nice script. And I was like, oh, I actually made a short film recently, and it's also in the summer, and it's also about nostalgia, and it's also like, it has child actors and stuff, so it's actually really similar. But she's like, near the end of the day, she saw me again. She's like, oh, I'm excited to see how yours turn up, and I'm like, oh, I'm excited to see how this one turns up, because oh my god, this is a passion project, but like, there's like 20 something, maybe even 30 people showing up today, and it's this fancy camera, Alexa 35, the newest one, full frame, I believe. It's 35mm, but it's also full frame. I don't know. With Atlas Orion anamorphic lens, so very huge setup. We even have a dolly shot. They even got a dolly here. There's a whole grip truck here. yeah, lunch was Mexican food. I think I said that already. And yeah, just cool stuff. So yeah, Mitchell drove me home. In the call sheet it says I can Uber home, but thank God we didn't need to do that. So now I'm here and I'm tired as fuck. But yeah, today was definitely very met a lot of people. Good progress. I'm tired. Tomorrow I'm gonna sleep all day, first of all. I'm gonna wake up naturally. And then I'll go to H Mart and I'll do the laundry, and then I need to go to class at night. So, oof. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m. I almost said the name of the professor. That's tomorrow. Friday and Saturday, I'm still thinking if I should go to another set or not, because it's a rare occasion that Elin's inviting me to a set, and I'm like, oof, I want to go. But I'm already tired as fuck. Also, I just remembered that it's my birthday this Saturday. So what I originally thought was maybe I can celebrate my birthday with Justin and Cliff and a couple other people at Cliff's place, maybe on Friday. And on Saturday, the actual September 7th, I could just chill at home, buy Uber Eats, watch a good film, and chill. So I thought, that, or we hang out on Saturday and I go to set on Friday. But there's a discussion class on Friday, so I can go after that class. And then Justin told me, how about Friday night? Friday night is better. And I'm like, fine. So now I guess we'll have to stick to the former plan. But that means I'll have to turn down Elin. So I might as well just do that. Also, I thought of buying the Happy Together Blu-ray on eBay with the 20% off coupon. Doesn't work because Blu-rays are not included in the coupon. I'm too tired. I'm sure there are things today that happened that I wanted to mention, but I'm just too tired to mention it. And I am done. I'm done. I'm gonna edit a video, watch a film, and then that's it. Bye-bye. Okay. Time now is 11:41 a.m. in the morning on September 3rd. Yeah, so, yeah, I slept from about 2:30 to 11:30. I did wake up at around 11, but I didn't leave my bed until 11:30. 9 hours of sleep. Holy fuck, this is the most glorious sleep I've had in round 5 so far. I know it's only 9 hours and it's not like 10 or 11, but this is such a sweet sleep. I love being able to sleep early and then waking up naturally at 11 a.m. That is beautiful. I want to keep doing that, okay? I really want to keep doing that. This is amazing. It feels amazing. Sleeping early, and 2:30 isn't really early, but like to me it is extremely early. Because normally I sleep at 4:30. 2:30 a.m.? Oh man, that's the perfect time. Tomorrow morning I got class at 11 a.m. That means I need to wake up at around 10. 2:30 to 10, that's like 7.5 hours. That's good. That's like a good range. So, I feel fantastic. But yeah, my biceps, both my left and right arm biceps are sore as fuck right now, which is great. It's a great workout. No pain, no gain. My knees, I think both my knees are also bruised because I think especially my right knee was kind of bruised because of the marble table the bottom. But yeah, yesterday was pretty great. It was, I don't know, I keep thinking retrospectively, and I think about how back in 2018, 2019, I used to be so shy. I used to be not involved in anything. Like, people would hang out and take photos. Natalie and Topher would go to Central and do photo shoots, and I would not be involved. And then now I'm here with a bunch of other people in LA making a film together. I talk to the directors, I talk to the producers, and they all know my name now, and I made a place for myself. I'm climbing the ladder, you know? This is so fucking wild. So, I don't know. I want to keep up this pace of personal growth and fighting spirit. Like, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm gonna keep finding new opportunities, and I'm gonna keep rushing it. You know. So yeah. Holy shit. So today it's hopefully gonna be a chill day. I am going to school later, but thank God I don't have to go to school now. I'm going to H Mart and I'm doing the laundry. That's the two main things I'm doing. I also did not watch the piano last night. I watched 10 more minutes of it and I'm like, I can't do it. I was falling asleep already. So I'm gonna watch the piano this morning, later, yeah, H Mart, laundry, that's it. I come home and then I'll go to school. I'll also go to my old place to check if my Blu-ray is there or not. I'm 99% sure it's not going to be there, but it's worth a try checking again. Yeah, hopefully this Blu-ray problem is resolved. I really hope it's resolved. I really hope they send me a replacement, because if not, I'm going to be so pissed. Yeah, yeah, I'm not gonna film any YouTube videos. I'm kind of done with that. The next YouTube video I film will probably be a couple days later. Yeah, maybe Thursday, since I have nothing to do on that morning. Probably Thursday I'll make one. And then for Friday and Saturday, I'll probably turn down Elin's thing. I know it's like a rare thing that Elin asked me to crew, but I really can't. It's my birthday, and if Justin and Cliff want to organize something for me on Friday, then I'd want Saturday all for myself. Also, if I have a set on Saturday, and I hang out with Justin and Cliff on a Friday night, and I hang out until like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., like, it's gonna suck. I won't get any sleep at all. So, if it was the opposite, then maybe it would work. Like, if I go to set on Friday, and then on Saturday I go to hang out with Justin and Cliff at night, that would be great. So right now I get 2 days of celebration. One day is Friday, I'm hanging out with friends. The other is Saturday, I'm all alone, all to myself. I can watch Late Spring by myself. I can order DoorDash and have good food by myself. Saturday would be a good day to celebrate alone. So yeah. I still haven't texted the architecture woman that I'm back. I probably should, but I'm really banking on ITA, American Language Institute, because I really don't want to work for that woman. But I should probably give her a notice, at least, that I'm back. But yeah, I'm really banking on this ITA thing. I think that's it. And I know I keep saying that with the editing job at ETC, the museum tour guide, but man, I really gotta fucking get this job. But yeah, I'm gonna eat congee. So 3 days ago, the food, Alhambra, Michelle, I need to finish that food. Because it's been sitting in my fridge for a couple of days already. And I also need to clear up space in my fridge so that we could put more stuff when I go to H Mart, which I have no idea how am I gonna fit all those food. Also, I'm the one who cooks the most in this entire apartment. Like, I have, I'm the one who cooks the most. So I really don't think one section is enough for me. So who knows? But man, if I go to H Mart, you know I'm gonna buy so much stuff. So yeah, breakfast I'm gonna have congee, which is not a lot of calories, but it's a good savory comfort breakfast. Then I'll finish up the Cobb salad for lunch. I'll also have the sauteed beef noodles, also from this Garden Cafe. And then for dinner, I'm thinking, right, I can only have one half of dinner. You know what? I can eat a Cobb salad, and then right before leaving to school, I can eat the sauteed beef noodles. And then after I come back home at around 10-ish, I'm gonna have chicken thighs, pasta, and simple salad. Yeah. So that's the day, and then I'll end off the day with some ice cream. So yeah. That's it. That's all. That's it. Nothing else to talk about. And I may buy the $35 one for Happy Together Blu-ray. I know it's a little sketchy, but I may buy the cheap one, which has no photo. I may just go for that. Might as well. I mean, last time I lucked out with Fallen Angels. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, time now is 12:56 after midnight. Yeah, so today, new day, new dawn, new week. What happened? I had a great sleep. For some reason, despite having had a great sleep, I'm still feeling tired. I think it's because like one day of sleep is not enough. So I want to sleep early tonight as well, but it's already nearly 1 a.m. So fuck me, guess not. Yeah, and then I watched a film, and then I went to H Mart. So this is my first time actually going from my place, this place, to H Mart. It's actually kind of crazy how I believe this is actually the first time I've ever been to H Mart since July 1st. I've never been to H Mart since I've been, I think. So I walked back to my old place again to check if my Blu-ray is there. Even though I'm 99.9% sure it won't be there. And of course it's not there. And then I walked to H Mart. I walked to the bus stop and went to H Mart and then bought tons of shit, $75 worth of food, which is crazy. And then carried 2 heavy bags of groceries all the way back to the bus stop, took a bus, and then walked 15 minutes from the bus stop to this place. And it took 2 hours and 15 minutes. This is crazy. So Ralph's takes me an hour. If I take the lift there, lift back, Ralph is like an hour. Trader Joe's is also like an hour trip. It's really short. But H Mart is huge. So in the future, whenever I go to H Mart, I need to like leave more time for myself because it's really a lot. But yeah, I'm glad I went to H Mart because now I have tons more food. I feel food secured, and yeah, it's good. I thought I would have a lot of time, but after I return home from H Mart, it's already 5:15, and I have a class at 6. So I immediately made myself lunch. I had leftover beef noodles from the Cantonese restaurant I went to with Michelle. And turns out that's not a lot, so I had 3 more dumplings and some kimchi. And then I rushed out to take a bus to school. Since I already walked a lot, I decided not to walk to campus. I took a bus and I was eventually late for like 10 minutes for class, but it's okay because there really isn't a lot of important stuff being said. So yeah, I went to class and pretty much nothing happened. Despite being my favorite class out of the 5 so far, I also know almost nobody in this class. Even though North is in it, it's a little bit weird to see her again. She was on set yesterday, and then she's here again. I'm just not used to seeing people back to back, you know. And then yeah, I think, what's her name? Shirley from my world building class. She was here. I saw her, and she's wearing the same jacket that she always wears. I just saw her from afar, from all across the theater. I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure that's her. I'm sure Vicky was there too, but they weren't sitting together. And then that's it. And we watched 2 films today. The Adventure of Prince Ahmed and Fantastic Mr. Fox. The first one, I fell asleep near the end. It was so excruciating. The second film is a total blast. And then afterwards, I left via free lift, and then I came back home and immediately had dinner. And then I just remember I have laundry. Fuck. Oh my god. I should do the laundry right now, right after this. It's refreshing that I don't have a lot to do right now because I decided to not film any YouTube videos, but even so, there's still stuff to do. Like, I still want to edit a college update video. I still need to go through some Film 33 stuff. I still need to check what assignments I have. I don't know why, but like, I'm scared that I have assignments and I don't know about it. It's a little too quiet and peaceful in terms of assignments. I'm getting a little concerned. And I want to watch some anime tonight, of course. I don't think I've talked about this, but I think 2 weeks ago, a while ago, Mary, the roommate, told me that there's another girl who lives downstairs. And that's crazy because nobody lives downstairs. I'm on the 3rd floor, there's a 2nd floor. Downstairs of the 2nd floor, there's nothing, right? But wrong. Whenever I leave, or sometimes when I get back to this place or leave this place, I do notice that there's a window beside the front door. And after that, I started to notice that the window is sometimes, more like the curtain is sometimes rolled up a little bit, and I would see a person in there. I don't see her face, but sometimes I would see her legs, sometimes I would just see her hair, but it's like kind of mysterious. A mysterious woman downstairs. Yeah, that's all I really need to say. I also just submitted Objects in Mirror to another film festival. Hopefully I get some kind of recognition. I do feel a bit dissatisfied with my short film. I do think that it could be way better. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna do the laundry now. Oh god, I'm tired. I want to go to bed early. Tomorrow it's a 11 a.m. class, so let's say 9:45 wake up. Yeah, more or less 9:45, 9:50. Okay, 9:50 wake up, have breakfast. 10:15, and then that gives me about 45 minutes to take a bus and then arrive and chill. So 9:50. Yeah. So if I go to bed at 3, that would give me 6 hours and 50 minutes, which is not bad. I take that. Also forgot to mention that I turned down Elin's offer. So I really hated to do that, but I had to because I just got off a film set. And I know the films that I just got off on is not that big of a deal. It's just 8 hours, 1 day. But still, this weekend it's my birthday and I don't want to be doing a lot of shit. And also Justin wants to hang out with me on Friday night, so I might as well dedicate my Friday to that. And then Saturday I'd like to spend it alone. I'd like to have a good night's sleep, spend it alone, and order Uber Eats and just have fun myself. Yeah. Yeah. So that's that. If there's a film set on Sunday, I would go, but yeah. So yeah, I'm excited to edit on Thursday, and then also I talked with Glenn a little bit. Glenn wants to work out this Friday afternoon, and I'm like, sure, so let's do it. But Friday night, I'm gonna head over to Cliff's place. But Friday afternoon is definitely an okay time to go to gym. Go back home, have a quick shower, and then go out again. It's a fine strategy indeed. Okay, so time now is 10:46 a.m. in the morning on September 4th. I slept from 4:30 to 9:50. Yeah. 9:45. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm back on my sleeping late shit. I was so unproductive last night. So I was supposed to wake up at 9:45, and then I'm like, I'll sleep a little more. And that little more turned into 1 fucking hour. Right now it's 10:45, 10:46. Fuck. So I don't know what to do now. I'm gonna be hella late. I'm gonna try my best to like do whatever I can. Fuck me. Okay, I'm gonna be late as fuck, but yeah. I can't be late for religion. I can be late for the TV class. I can't be late for religion. Fuck. I was even thinking, if I arrive early, I could sit down and go to my laptop and start reading religion. Because I know I have like readings for my religion class and I still haven't read it. So, goddamn. But yeah, last night I killed 4 baby cockroaches over there. Which is insane. Like, what if there's a mother cockroach down there somewhere? So I need to start finding I need a empty plastic box to put all my food items in, because this is getting out of hand. Yeah, and in the last week or so, I thought my sink in the bathroom has water drainage issues because the water is not really going away. Turns out it's just that there is a lever issue. The lever fell and the opening, the drainage opening is not fully opened. Also, I rescheduled the interview for my ITA job from today 7 p.m. to tomorrow at 5:15 because they emailed me to reschedule it. What else? Nothing else. Today class, I'm gonna bring eggplant rice to school. Eggplant pork neck rice to school. And yeah, there's a discussion class. Fuck, there's also reading for my TV. For my TV class. My class literally starts in 10 minutes. This is insane. Okay. Honestly, I don't have much to do. All I need to do is brush my teeth, eat a couple cookies, and then I can go. Wow, okay. I done messed up. I done messed up big time. Alright, I'm gonna leave now. Good luck to me.
You said some mean things about me, but I believe in myself. And my mama raised me to have confidence and
Oakley dokley. Time now is 7:06 p.m. I just came back home like half an hour ago. And I have some updates because lots and lots have happened. Not really lots and lots have happened. Just a little bit stuff happened. Just want a quick update. So the school week has ended. Yeah, what the fuck? So it's crazy because Monday is a holiday and I don't have any classes on Thursday and Friday. I originally had a discussion class on Friday, but that class is canceled because we didn't have lecture on Monday, and if we don't have the CTCS 200 lecture on Monday, then we wouldn't have a discussion section on Friday. This means that I only have school on Tuesday and Wednesday this week. So my school week is done again. That's fucking crazy. But yeah, anyways, this morning I was late. I was late by like half an hour, but honestly, given where's his mentality coming from? I know being late is bad, but like this class is so nothing. It's like a nothing class. It's so chill. It's so empty. It's so I hate calling this, I hate saying this, but this class feels a little pointless sometimes. We're just watching TV shows and we're talking about it and we don't really have any assignments. So honestly, if I'm late for half an hour, I'm not really missing much. So honestly, it's not that big of a blow. I didn't arrive early. I arrived and they're still talking about, the only thing I don't want to miss in today's class is the Eric Andre show because I really wanted to watch that on a big screen. Continuously. So thank God I wasn't late for that. When I arrived, the professor was still playing an episode from The Good Fight. I sat at the very right side again, and while the professor talked about that, I just did my religion class reading, which is only one chapter of a book. Unlike my Jesus Christ class last semester where I had to read multiple chapters from multiple books. Just one chapter, so I quickly finished reading it. I didn't actually even finish it. I read, I think, 3/4 of it. But yeah, so I also had my rice with me, my rice with eggplant and pork neck. I microwaved it this morning, and then I brought it to class, and the AC was so strong, the whole box of rice already went cold. So there's no point in microwaving it. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I sat alone. Rachel's not here because she's sick, apparently. Even though she's sick, according to her Instagram story, she's chilling and sunbathing on the beach. But she told me she's sick. And like, throat infection or something. Like, she said there's blood in her mucus. Like, what? Hope she's alright. And then the class went on and on and on, and we watched an episode of Black Mirror, and it went over time. The class, after the screening of Black Mirror, it was 1:57. I have a class at 2, so I have 3 minutes. 3 fucking minutes. The class is supposed to end at 1:50, so I have 10 minutes to walk from point A to point B to take my religion class. Now I have 3 minutes left, so I immediately blasted off. I walked all the way to religion class, walked all the way to DMC, went into the classroom, and the professor's not even here yet. So I am not even late. So I went into class, and we went through religion class, and once again, it's kind of boring. It's just the professor talking for 1.5 hours, nonstop. I raised my hand and spoke up twice. It was a very small class. Like today, only, I think, 5 people showed up today. There's also this career fair that I had no idea about, and they're giving out free burgers. And part of me wants to get those free burgers, but I'm busy. I'm rushing to class. So after religion class, all the food trucks have left. It's 3:30. All the food trucks have gone, and I don't get to eat a free burger. Also, I'm smelling. What a strong smell. Somebody's cooking downstairs. Jesus. Yeah, so unfortunately I didn't get a free burger. I had rice anyways, but by the time I finished religion class, I walked all the way to the tuition place, the plaza, the tutoring center plaza, right outside the bookstore. I found an empty seat and I ate my rice. I wanted to find a rice cooker. I was tempted to go into the canteen and ask if they have a microwave, because they gotta have a microwave. There's a kitchen in there. But I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna save myself the trouble. I'm just gonna eat my rice right here, right now. So yeah, it's cold. It's not the coldest, but it's cold. And I ate my rice up, and then I had like 1 more hour to kill. So I walked all the way to SCA, and I sat down, and I continued writing my script, and I actually brought my light novel, and I started reading it. I actually ran into Alice. I believe her name is Alice. She's one of the producers for No Particular Night. I saw her, and I remember how she looks because she has a very distinctive face. She looks like a doll. I waved my hand, and she didn't recognize me, so she just continued walking. And she sat at the bench next to me. Not like very close to me, but like the next bench in the hallway. So I'm like, fine, you know, let's not say hi. So I continue doing my own thing. So at 5 p.m. from 5 to 5:50, I have the discussion class for CTCS 191, Intro to TV. So I went in the classroom and like, holy shit, like 30 people are already inside. Okay, Thomas is calling me. I'll resume later. Bye-bye. Okay, time now is 12:11 after midnight. Shall I resume? So I just finished dinner, humongous big ass dinner, rice, 2 giant slices of pork belly, 2 slices of tofu, a bunch of gailan. I feel very full, which is great. So let's resume today. I ate the leftover eggplant and pork neck rice outside the tutoring center. And then I went to SCA And then I went to class, discussion class, and I went into class and everyone's already there. I'm like, what? So everyone's fucking early. So I sat down and I did a little QR code, like Google form, check-in thing. And there were like, not a lot of empty seats, but there's a row and it's full of Asian girls. Like 4 Asian girls in a row. And then there's another row where it's a bunch of random diverse people and a black girl near the side I was walking in. And I thought to myself, okay, what am I gonna do? And for some reason, even though I always say that I vibe better with Asians and I like talking to Asians and living with Asians more, I for some reason chose the black girl. I just get the feeling that my interactions with those girls, who, by the way, the moment I look at them, I already know they're Chinese. I just know that my interactions with them would be awkward. So I sat next to the black girl instead. But yeah, so this discussion section is much more interesting and interactive and engaging than the class itself, which is Intro to TV. Man, this AC can shut up. Please shut up, AC. So, I don't know why I talk very slow. Okay, I'm talking fast again, but in my mind I'm always talking fast, but right now I just talk at this pace. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of my voice, it's a little raspy. Okay, AC, you can shut up now. Any moment now. It will shut up, I believe. Okay, so we had this 5-minute ice-breaking activity where we talked to the person beside me. So I talked to the girl beside me, the black girl, and one of the things we need to do in the ice-breaking activity, aside from asking for their names, their major, their year, is also to find common interests. And hilariously, I and this girl barely have any common interests. She's an LA native, she likes dancing, and she doesn't really come off like a huge cinephile. I told her, oh, I watch anime, and she doesn't have much to respond to that, so that's already like a very common denominator thing to say. Like, I watch anime, oh, me too. But no. So she asked me what music I listen to, and I said Radiohead. I said I listen to a bit of everything, and I said, for example, Radiohead is my favorite band, and she doesn't know who that is, or she's not that familiar. So she's like, what other genres? And I'm like, something, rap music, something. And then she's like, oh, rap music, so what are the rappers you listen to? So I guess the only thing that we have in common is that we listen to rap music. But it's, I listed off, okay, Kendrick Lamar, of course, MF Doom, JPEG Mafia, and then I think she was a little impressed by the fact that I said MF Doom, and she's like, you're a Hong Kong, born and raised, like a native Hong Kong? And I'm like, yeah. But that's like the only thing we have in common. Turns out he's also in CTCS 200, which is the silent film class. I call it the silent film class, it's not exactly the silent film class, because the last couple of weeks of class we'll be watching sound films, but I call it the silent film class because this is the best way to call it efficiently. Anytime now. So so that's that, and then we proceeded to have a little discussion on TV and peak TV, and how right now one might argue that right now it's a wasteland for TV, and there are a lot of points being thrown around. I noticed Leza sitting at the very front. And then that's it. That's the only person I know. And then at some point somebody behind me spoke up, and he's this guy, skinny, shy, and has long, droopy hair. And I thought to myself, oh, that looks like Colin from Cam's Fest. And then so when the TA asked, what's your name? He said, Colin. And I'm like, that's him? So, for a second, I actually thought, okay, this got to be like a different Colin. Like, it's probably just a coincidence. So a little bit later, after class, I was like, no, wait, maybe it's actually him. So I went up to him and I was like, hey, did you submit a short film to Cam's Fest earlier this year? And he's like, yeah. And that was when I realized, holy shit, it's actually him. And I'm like, me too. And he's like, oh. And I was like, yeah, I was the one who made that short film at the very end of the festival, the really long and boring one. And he's like, oh. And then we started talking. So, oh my god, it's actually him. Maybe it's because this is very common whenever I think this is common for everyone, but okay, the AC can shut up. Hold on. Anytime now. Anytime now. Hello. Okay. So, I finally met the mysterious Colin. And the thing is, I think this goes for everyone as well, but when you meet a person for the first time for a few hours and then you leave and then not see that person for like half a year or 4 months, you tend to not remember that person's face. Unless I've seen that person 3-4 times, usually I just don't, there we go. Usually I just don't remember people's face. Much better right now, much better. So I guess, I don't know, I always remember Colin as like, he looks more Asian. Like, at first I thought he's just white, but then I was told he's Asian or half Asian, and he always has that really young Asian look to him, especially when his hair was red. So when I saw the actual Colin in person, I was like, whoa, he looks a little older and he looks whiter. So I'm like, okay, almost, I didn't realize you actually look like that. But anyways, it's fine. So we talked, and even though he's like a stranger to me, I feel like there are already so many things we could talk about, because we both submitted a film in Cam's Fest, and he was like, oh, your short is super awesome, and I'm like, thank you. He was supposed to be on set for In Summer a couple days ago, but he didn't show up, and he's like, oh yeah, how did that go? And I'm like, yeah, that went well. And I also saw Matt's short film, which stars him, and there's a bunch of stuff. So we talked a bit, and he was really awkward, but so am I. But for some reason, I am like the less awkward person here. I thought he's older than me. I always expect people to be older than me, so I was like, what year are you in? And he's like, I was like, are you junior or senior? And he's like, oh, I'm sophomore. And I'm like, oh. And then I asked what other class are you taking, and he said CTCS 200. And I'm like, what? Matt's in that class too. And he's like, Matt, this is from Singapore. And I'm like, yeah. So like everyone's in 200 and we have no idea. But like everyone's secretly in CTCS 200, the silent film class. So that's very interesting. And then he's also taking 473, which is a class that is fading out of existence. because 300 and 473 is basically an overlap. I took 300, but me taking 300 was literally the advice of the academic advisor. I had to take it. And then I asked him, what are your favorite films? It was crazy. First conversation, I'm already asking him a bunch of questions like this. He's like, I like horror films, you know, and I'm like, okay. Like, what are your favorites? And he's like, oh, I love gory, gross, super gross stuff. And I think normally, when a quiet, I think normally when a quiet, shy person says that their favorite genre is super gross, gory horror, normally people would be like, oh my god, are you psycho? But I've met enough film fans to know that any kind of person can be any kind of movie fan. So I was like, oh yeah, you know. And he's like, what do you watch? And I'm like, I like Cure. Because, I don't know, like, because he's in Cam's Fest and he's friends with Matt, like, I already have a pre-assumption that he's, like, an artsy cinephile. So I'm like, Cure, you know? And he asked me if I've seen Pulse, and I said I haven't, but I will eventually. As soon as I can, because that film is on my watch list. I said I love Ring, The Exorcist, and, you know... He said, he said he likes Possession, so on and so forth. And then we walked to the USC Village, and then we said goodbye. And then it was 6 p.m. and I had the choice to either take a free lift home or take a bus home. And I thought, you know what, I want to listen to music and chill. So I decided to take the bus home. But if the bus didn't come in 6 minutes, I would have just taken free lift. But that's great, you know. Every Wednesday afternoon, I could just take a free lift home. So, took a bus home, came back. That's it. End of story. So, here's what's going to happen the rest of the week. Right before, I think in the middle of class this morning, I texted Tova, hey, when do we meet tomorrow? And Tova's like, oof, I forgot to tell you this, but my brother's in jail, and he's coming out tomorrow, so I can't do it tomorrow. Can we move it to Monday? In my head, I'm like, should have told me earlier, and also, I told you, Monday's the busiest day of the week for me. So I told her, hey, I can't do Mondays. I have 3 classes. How about Tuesdays? And she's like, sure, I'll let you know. So unfortunately, tomorrow I won't be editing with Tova, which is kind of a good thing, actually. Good and bad. Bad thing is I won't go outside and it's boring. Good is that I'm going to have a very much needed rest tomorrow. I can sleep all day, wake up naturally, and be very chill. Plus, the heat wave is coming, so from tomorrow onwards for 7 days straight, there's going to be a humongous heat wave. Where LA is going to, like, especially this area right here, downtown LA, is going to go upwards to 38 degrees Celsius, which is fucking insane. It's like boiling a person alive. I don't want to go outside. I already brought an umbrella today, like the good Asian that I am, and put myself under shade, but like that's not going to save me from 38 degrees. So that's a huge problem. It's a good thing I don't need to go out tomorrow. Then, and another good thing is I rescheduled the ITA interview tomorrow at afternoon at 5. So now that I don't have to edit with Tova, I don't have to worry about being late for that meeting. So all in all, it's pros and cons. But now this means that on tomorrow, nothing. Friday, it's gym with Glenn and going to Cliff's apartment. Saturday, nothing, and Sunday, nothing again. Which is, again, understandable because there's a heat wave. But also, maybe a little boring. I don't know. I've come to a point in life where I always expect myself to be busy doing something, and since Thursday, Saturday, Sunday will be complete nothing, it worries me a little. I feel like I should be doing something, you know? But yeah. That's that. It's good though. It's chill. I don't have to keep going out. I can just focus on my own stuff. Writing, reading, drawing, so on and so forth. And there are so many. I killed like 3 more baby cockroaches around this area. I'm kind of scared that there's a mother roach somewhere hidden in here. Either it's gone out or it's somewhere hidden in this mess. So what I did is I grabbed this cloth bag and I stuffed all my food into this bag and zipped it up. So hopefully the cockroaches will leave. Believe it or not, I'm planning to stay in this apartment for at least 2-3 years, which is the longest time I will be staying here, and hopefully even more after that. So I can't be like, oh, this part is dirty, I'll just leave it because I'm leaving anyways. I don't want to leave. I can't leave. This is my home now. I've been moving so much in LA that I never develop any sense of belonging to any place. Maybe the place in Sawtell is a room that I have a bit of belonging to, but like aside from that, I've never really developed any strong feelings towards any place. But that's about to change because I need to live in this place. I cannot move anymore. So yeah. But yeah, that's it. So tomorrow, home all day, probably. Won't go anywhere. Very chill, and hopefully I sleep early and wake up naturally, and yeah, and I'm excited for everything else. So all 5 classes I'm taking this semester is so chill. Barely any assignments, barely anything important to do. Even in religion class, the readings aren't a lot. There aren't a lot of readings. So I want to take good use of this time and do more club stuff. Like, I'm going to visit HKSA and TSA. I'm going to work harder at APCA. The thing is, like, being on set in summer really placed me in a huge advantage. Last semester, when I went into APCA first general meeting, I'm like, oh my god, I know none of these people. Now, I'm like, why I'm not at the very top. I'm like friends with the people on top now. You know? Like, so this means next semester I could be super close to the top. And 2 semesters later, hopefully I get to be on the e-board. Like, hopefully I get to do that. So, yeah. Hopefully there's that. And, yeah. It's still kind of crazy. I also had a phone call with Thomas talking about his 2 script ideas, which I'm seeing some improvement. His writing's improved. I also read Michelle's script this afternoon while I had lunch, and the idea is there, but the execution is honestly not good. Dialogue's the worst part. I really like that people are giving me scripts for me to read. Like Betsy, not Betsy. Actually, yes, Betsy. One time, long time ago, but Michelle, Victor, Thomas, Justin are sending me scripts to read because they all think that I'm good at reading scripts because I write a lot, but that's a very good status to have, you know. Meanwhile, I'm struggling with my own script right now. But yeah, I can't wait to like meet up with Justin and talk about writing and directing with him. Can't wait to do all that. I'm also excited to celebrate my own birthday. I'll be having an amazing meal. And I think that's it. That's it. Apparently there's going to be typhoon in Hong Kong